Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the African American female, and we're fortunate to have with us to talk about the African American female, Miss LWynn, who is the Assistant Director for State Programs for the Tennessee Historical Commission, as well as an adjunct faculty member at Fisk University. And of course, Ms. Wynn, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Haney. It's good to be here.
And say how delighted we are to have you here with us this morning, Ms. Wynn, to talk about African American females.
Well, that's a very important subject. Generally, when we look at history or African American history, we tend to lump it all together, and we forget to bring out the African American female. And down through the annals of history, she has played a very important role in the saga of the African American story.
Very good. You know, Ms. Wynn, we've had you on a number of occasions, and I think that each time you give us just excellent information. I sort of reflect upon a show that we did quite recently dealing with the celebration of the centennial, I think, for Pearl High School, and such an excellent program you gave us. But there might be some people who didn't have an opportunity to see that show, and they might not know that much about LWynn, about her background and education and some of those things. And so let's start off by having you to talk about not only African American females, but a specific African American female, and that is yourself, and to talk about who you are and some of the things that were involved in eventually leading you to the two positions that you hold with the Historical Commission as well as with Fisk University.
Okay, I'll be glad to do that. I'm a native Nashvilleian. I received my secondary education here in the public schools of Nashville, of which I am a graduate of Pearl High School. After leaving Pearl, I went on to Tennessee State University, where I received the BS degree in history. I have an MS degree in history from Tennessee State, as well as a Master's of Public Administration degree from Tennessee State. So I received all of my graduate education and undergraduate education at Tennessee State University. Prior to my going into my position that I have with the Tennessee Historical Commission, I was a social worker with the Metropolitan Health Department, but I found my niche with the Historical Commission, and it was one place where I could put into practice both of my degrees in history and public administration. I am a historian, but I am also an administrator.
Very good. You know, excuse me, Ms. Wynn, you know, one of the things that we often fail to understand is the role that the African American female has played in American history. And let us have you to start off by talking about the African American female as an entity, that is, as herself. Who is she, and exactly what part did she play in, that kind of information?
I think when you look at the African American female, we need to go all the way back to 1619, when the first 20 arrived here in Virginia, Jamestown, Virginia. Usually when we teach that in class, you know, we talk about the first 20. Well, we don't break the first 20 out. Well, among that first 20 were 3 females. That's a little known history fact, and I think it's very important. So you can say that as an entity in what became America, we started out from the beginning with those 20 who came to Jamestown, Virginia. She has played an important role, like I said, down through the annals. If you look at the colonial period, you can talk about women like Phyllis Wheatley, or you could talk about a woman like Jenny Slew or Mom Brent. You know, Phyllis Wheatley, people are probably familiar with, but when you talk about a Jenny Slew, this was a woman who in the 1740s filed suit against the colony of Massachusetts for her freedom. You know, that's another little known history fact. Mom Brent, who I mentioned, is very important in terms of the suit that she filed. I think it was around 1780s or 17